Edema Ruh. 3 months ago, the ancient gates to the Temple of Ankaraj opened and we entered through together. It was then that we first heard his whispers.
You will die.
It was then that his voice began its incessant barrage at our spirits.
Your courage will fail.
One by one, his lieutenants fell before us, each one bringing us closer to the true evil awaiting within the temple.
Death is close.
Each week we would prepare. Each week we would gather our armor and weapons. Each week we would create our potions. Each week we would run around the world, usurping ogres, consuming flowers, and displaying the head and heart of our enemies as trophies to spur us on to victory. And each week he would repel us. Some did leave, dismayed by dwindling numbers or burnt out from his ceaseless schemes.
Your friends will abandon you.
But this week, we rallied our numbers. We sounded the horns, we summoned our friends, and we stood one last time against the overwhelming darkness. But now, Cthulhu is dead.
Kill guys, kill it. We're trying.
Dude,
We got it.
Go get him now. Everyone, pop it all.
DPS.
Pop it all. Everything.
Nightfall.
Switch to
I got it.
They're on too.
We got this, guys. Do we have a timer?
Just send it.
You got 30 seconds. The percentage is like 2 seconds behind the actual seconds.
More deeps.
As soon as you hit execute phase, though. Okay, pop it all, guys. Go. You're ahead of the second. 14 seconds.
Execute.
Slow. Go. Hey, calm down.
Kill it.
Execute. Let's do it.
Oh,
dude,
it's a
we're close.
Cthulhu down. Do it. Down. Yes.
Yes.
Send it, son.
Send it.
Finally. Content.
Annihilation gone quick.
God.
Shit. And the cord.
Look at that
Wow.
pick.
Good loot.
Very good loot, yeah. Well, all the loot off him is good.
The evil has been purged from the land that we find so dear, and his spoils have been divvied up.
Yeah. What class is that prio for?
I never replaced.
I'd say warrior.
Probably.
Actually, no.
Normally
Hunter
it's
is probably
rogue.
the best.
Normally
I
it's
never replaced this.
It's probably
this
rogue,
is
right?
based.
Yeah,
it's normally it's
Hunter. 10 out of 10.
Yeah, good luck, Smiter.
but Smiter's gonna send it.
Dude, I legit never replaced the 505, dude. The next pieces aren't even good. I mean, give this
Now,
now.
the spreadsheet,
please.
4 out of 5 for Rogue, too. Treaties is 4 out of 5.
Dude, I was off that for a week, man. 1 week. I've been here
You
every
were gone for 2 weeks.
a week and a half, man. Oh!
Yes!
Yo, that's more
Take it
hype
up
than the
more.
kill.
Oh, damn.
If you want loot, open trade so we don't lose it just in case.
I like that.
Do you need anything? I have a bunch of idols and such.
You need a dowel,
Oh,
Snyder?
yeah, I need some stuff.
Oh!
And now I must tell you that our chapter on Anathema has come to an end. We will no longer be raiding as Edema Ruh. I know this may come as a surprise to some and even may be very disappointing to many of you, but I want you to know that this decision has been made with a great deal of thought in regards to what is best for our community. I want to explain the particular reasons why I've come to this conclusion. First, we have seen a great number of the core guys leave over the last couple months, and there are more every week. I understand their reasonings. They're burnt out, their friends have left, and they have real-life responsibilities. And I must admit that this has taken its toll on me. Edema Ruh has always been about its community. We've strived to create a place that feels like home. When many of the core guys are deciding to make a transition, it comes to a point where Edema Ruh no longer feels like Edema Ruh. That said, I don't want to trivialize or fail to recognize the many guildies that are still active and eager for more content. Whether you've been here for 2 weeks or for 2 years, Edema Ruh is Edema Ruh because of your contribution. Second, despite my efforts, finding replacements for guildies has become increasingly difficult. Oftentimes we find a geared and seemingly competent player only to have them never log on or leave in a couple weeks. I find no fault in them, but it is quite draining to consistently recruit only to find and to be required to find 10 or more pugs each run. No one likes seeing loot go out to out of the guild. No one enjoys having to explain fights week after week to pugs, but it's been necessary for the last few weeks. Third, as content has gotten progressively harder, the amount of preparation necessary to make raids run smoothly has also increased. Every week, we are required to do Hakar twice to make AQ40 run smooth. Every week, I'm farming consumables, juggling the bank, and thinking through ways that we can improve. And honestly, I'm tired of it. I'm tired of running ZG, I'm tired of spending 100 gold a week on consumables, and it often feels more like work than fun. And I don't think it's going to be getting any easier. Finally, I want you to understand why I've worked as hard as I have over the last 2 years to make Edema Ruh a home for those who are a part of it. My vision for the guild has always been to focus on the individual first and the game second. Games, especially in the private server scene, are fickle, and in my opinion, people are the only thing of lasting value in this life. I've strived to lead you guys with all of me, trying to connect with each of you, learning your names, your passions, hoping to emphasize that I value you more than how much you can give us as a guild. In the last several months, I've felt that I've struggled to maintain that zeal. While I'm still proud of where Edema Ruh is today, I know that we aren't as close as we've been in the past, and in many ways I think it's a shadow of what it once was. I believe this is in large part due to the reasons mentioned above, but I also know that as your leader, some of that fault falls on me. So, the last reason I think it is best for us to conclude this chapter is because you guys deserve the best. You're an amazing community of people. You care for one another, and you constantly amaze me in your willingness to put others first. You have downed everything Anathema has thrown at us, and I believe it's come to a point where I can no longer lead the guild to a standard that I want. To me, leaving right now is leaving on a positive note. We've downed Cthulhu, we've cleared AQ, and with that, there's an assurance that Edema Ruh isn't going anywhere. I say this because I look forward to a future with you guys. It's hard for me to articulate how much you all mean to me, but I want you to know that the opportunity I've had in leading for you guys over the last 2 years has been one of the most gratifying experiences I've ever had. Beyond that, I want you all to know that Edema Ruh has supported me through various difficult times in my life. When I was in India, it was Edema Ruh's consistency that provided me with a community to finish my work over there well. Beyond that, the meetups have allowed me a creative and relational outlet to meet you guys face to face, to create memories that I will really forever cherish, and to create a tradition that I hope in some capacity will continue for years to come. Now, going forward, there are a couple things I want to address. First, I want to reiterate that Edema Ruh as a gaming community isn't going anywhere. Our Discord will remain active, and I look forward to our forays in various games as they come. I hope that you will stick around in some capacity to continue our journey wherever it may take us. Secondly, I don't want you to feel abandoned on Anathema. I've talked to the guild leaders from both Pretty Good and Echo, and both are willing to take any and all of our guildies into their community. They said that said, I want everybody to know that they won't necessarily receive a raid spot immediately in those guilds. Pretty Good seems more similar to our style. They also have more openings. In addition, I've been told that they use a rotation system for their raid spots, and I'm sure that you guys would earn a core raid spot in very little time. Echo, in contrast, is a bit more hardcore than we have been. They have fewer open spots, but they have said that they're always looking for alternates, and that core spots can be earned in time. Pretty Good raids Wednesdays and Thursdays at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard, and Sundays at 8 p.m. They're usually around 4 hours. Echo raids Tuesdays and Wednesdays from 8 p.m. to 12 a.m. Eastern Standard. I know that these are not our exact times, but I hope that with the two options you can find a home if you want to continue raiding on Anathema. Finally, I am still planning on holding the meetup. I know it's still a ways off, but if you're interested in coming, please contact me for more information. Edema Ruh, I know that it may feel like we have unfinished business with Vanilla, with Naxxramas still out, but I want you to understand that I am incredibly thrilled to have journeyed through Molten Core, Blackwing Lair, and now finally AQ40 with all of you. It's been my privilege, and I sincerely hope that that this isn't goodbye. Thank you for the honor of allowing me to lead you, and I hope in some small way you've identified that you are a part of this community, that even if everyone else in your life rejects you, like, you have a family here that cares about you and wants your best in and outside of the game. So until next time, we'll see you around.
Next question on this left side.
I was wondering, what's the recommended amount of dedicated wham I should have to serve? Dedicated wham, 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 dedicated wham,